Morning, everybody. So, as you guys probably are already aware, I am currently, right now, I went ahead and joined KAF. So, I'm part of Kamikaze right now. And so, this is currently what I've got for heroes and everything. Um, I'm 17 now, got, hero gear and stuff like that. And I'm furnace level 25 right now. Um, and this is within like the last couple of days. So something for a lot of new free to play that probably I don't know is you've got basically on the event calendar, right? You'll have the Hall of Chiefs come up, and then shortly after the Hall of Chiefs, obviously you've got Crazy Joe, and then you got Bear Hunt, then you have Mercenary Prestige, and then of course we've got Plan Your City, Alliance Mobilization, Foundry Battle, and Gina's Revenge, and so on and so forth. Right. Now, I will say that for those of you that want to min max, you'll want to more than likely, as soon as Gina's Revenge comes up, is you want to basically go crazy on it because that's the one chance you have to get Gina. As far as completing the Hall of Chiefs go, you just need to save those speed ups when you're starting out because basically each stage is going to start off with different tasks. So, like, the first one is city construction, the second is hero development, the third is training troops, the fourth is slaying beasts, which is, saving your stamina, and then the fifth one is power boost. And power boost, I got number one because I basically just had the highest furnace level, and then immediately I basically retrained all of my troops over to the highest tier. Now, of course, that required, being top of the top to get there, right? But the point I'm trying to get across to you is that for one thing, out of habit, you should probably be training all of your weaker tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and get them to the highest possible tier you have available to you, because there's no sense in not doing that in this game, because basically what happens if you don't do that is they wind up in your infirmary, and then you wind up having a bunch of really terrible tier 1, tier 2 troops in there when you could have your high tier troops in there. And you wind up losing your high tier troops once your infirmary is full. So, you know, in hindsight, it's just one of those things that you really just don't want to not do. Now, I will say that, as you can see, the furnace level from 25 to 26 was like 15 days. And that's even with, some of the research done and everything. Like, it's pretty crazy, like you'll spend a pretty good chunk of time trying to upgrade in this game. I mean, outside of that though, I would say one of the biggest things that a lot of people will take away from this is that you definitely want to join a good guild right for the get go, and then you definitely oh shit, oh, of course an alarm. But yeah, the other thing too is it's like, okay, so like for example, I still have Horn of the Cryptids. Okay, so like when that event came up, I still have horns, so I'm still doing Gina's event even though it ended. Like I just got that many horns so that I could just continuously level Gina. Now, you'll see here that, like as far as hero lineup goes, what's the best one and how? I mean, ultimately, I feel like the answer to that is, all of your blue tier heroes are going to have all of the decent craftsmanship, like all the good things that you'll want from gathering to mining income and stuff like that. But when you're going around and attacking players, what you want to really focus down on are going to be the ones that are giving you damage up. Anything that effectively increases the amount of damage, so like for example, if you look at like Natalia, which is another one of those VIP heroes, like Natalia and Geronimo are both, those are VIP heroes. Molly's just a pack hero. You'll get her from gold, at least starting out. These are like the three really common ones. Um, of course, you can work on hero gear too. Presumably, you always want to consistently get the better set of gear, and then you just kind of rinse repeat. But as far as like the exploration and expedition skills, you can see she's got a lot of damage up skills and attack rate up skills. The one thing that is kind of important, though, is that you want to pay very close attention as to what troop types they're actually impacting. You know, because, like, for example, at an attack up skill is only really useful if it's increasing the attack for all troops, you know, or increases attack speed by 3%, as opposed to just the hero. Like, you want to pay some attention as to what exactly they're affecting, but I mean, the main thing is you know, ultimately, the more damage your troops can do, more valuable that hero is in regards to actually everyday use. You know, so more or less, that's kind of how I've come to work on my heroes over time. But I will point out that like anything in this game, it's one of the things you'll notice is that heroes that you have available to you in the beginning state, obviously as your state grows older, you're going to have more heroes accessible to you. And so what I'm doing as a way to kind of proactively prepare for that is I've actually got a lot of mythic shards that I'm sure like holding on to, simply because I know that that's going to be the case. And the next, hero that comes up, I'm just going to go ahead and grab, So and effectively I'll have probably like Alonzo, try to max out Alonzo, for example. Like I'm planning on trying to get, in the mid tiers of the next set of heroes, I'll be in a pretty good position for it, But ultimately, that's another whiteout survival video for you guys. But again, if you have any suggestions or have any questions, feel free to comment below. And I'll see you guys next time.